Tampa Bay streaming news leader. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Jasmine Stiles. We start with how the state is faring amid the pandemic, and numbers look promising. For the 8th week in a row, the positivity rate of COVID-19 cases continues to decline. Now it's sitting below 5%. And this week, an FDA panel unanimously recommended booster shots for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. ABC Action News reporter McKenna King talks to the experts tonight, and they explain where we go from here.
Good news on both fronts. Cases and the case positivity rate continue their downward trend. And when it comes to booster shots, health experts say this will only offer more protection than we've already got.
We're at the end of the Delta wave.
Dr. Thomas Unash, a distinguished public health professor at USF, says he's optimistic about where we're headed.
I think that we may start to see this move into a more endemic type thing. This is going to start to move into a sort of a normal flu type thing where people get infected, but they're not going to get super sick.
As more and more people reach herd immunity through vaccination or natural infection, the virus has less hosts to infect.
Well, I think what we are likely to see is actually we're going to see some more outbreaks, but they're not going to be big waves like we've seen before. These are going to be like spot fires.
Dr. Unash still urging vaccination as the best way to protect yourself against the virus, even as we inch closer to herd immunity. Also urging those who qualify for a booster shot to get it. Just last week, the FDA's vaccine advisory panel recommended booster shots for all people who received the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
What the advisors to the FDA felt is that given the data that they saw, very likely this should have been a 2-dose vaccine to begin with.
Everybody knew that it wasn't nearly as effective as getting 2 shots. And now what they discover is, oh my goodness, if you give 2 shots of the Johnson & Johnson's, this is as good as the mRNA vaccines. You're up around 95% protection. Well, duh.
Both Dr. Fauci and Dr. Unash noting there are also studies suggesting that J&J recipients get a booster shot of a Pfizer or Moderna vaccine.
They seem to be even more effective in boosting the immunity to the initial shot of the J&J.
He says J&J recipients are still protected with their single dose, but a booster will offer world-class protection. The FDA is expected to make their official decision based off the panel's recommendations this week, and from there it'll go to the CDC where they'll make their recommendations. Then booster shots could begin as early as this week. Reporting in Tampa, McKenna King, ABC Action News.